Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 2024 and a new season of Career Success Show with Adrian Yen.
Happy New Year! I haven't seen you since last year.
Yeah, I haven't seen you since last year too. Well, I hope I haven't put on weight from all the traveling and holidays I've been having. But I hope...
no difference at all.
Yeah, still as fat.
Good for you.
Anyway, but wanted to just say hi to all our listeners and viewers as well on LinkedIn Live. And
Happy New Year to everyone and happy Friday. First Friday of the year.
First Friday of the year. And
are you feeling it already?
I am feeling the Friday, the Friday burst of joy.
I'm still hungover from last year.
Yeah, sometimes, especially if you go on a long vacation, sometimes you need a vacation to recover from the vacation. So if you have just started work this week, I hope it's been a good week for you. I know that for many of our clients out there have started new jobs. Good luck. The first week at work is normally not the easiest.
It's not bad, I think. I think if you start work, say, late December, early January, it's okay. Everyone's still full of a bit of goodwill.
Yeah, but
maybe everyone's slightly hungover as well.
Yeah. One thing that's funny though is I was asked this question: what do you do at the first 1-2 weeks at work? At a new job. What's the first thing you need to do? Apart from asking for KPIs and...
Oh my God, you've just asked me a question and I've got this long answer because there's so many things that you need to do.
One sentence.
I can't. Gosh, what do you do the first week of work?
Try
to gain control really quickly. You need to get control over your scope of work. You need to really understand the work streams and learn as much as you can. That learning curve is very steep. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that's the underlying that will be all of the actions that I would typically nag our clients.
Okay. Good advice. For me, I think what you shouldn't do is what I always say is don't park in your boss's car park lot.
You asked me what should you do. You didn't ask what shouldn't you do.
For me, what I shouldn't do. Because that's what I did. Anyway, yes, it was closest to the... Anyway.
Yes, he parked on his boss's lot and...
first day on the job.
Broke the biggest unspoken rule of the universe.
Yeah. Yes. So anyway, okay, back to our regular programming. Anyway, welcome back. It's been a while and we've not had a show since mid-December. So this year, it promises to be a new format. I hope you like the new intro that we put together.
Yeah, it's nice.
And we want to
look older.
We want to be a bit more focused on not just on career success, but on career health as well this year. It's all about being happy at work. It's all about
pacing yourself,
and approaching your career the same way a professional athlete would approach his training, so that he can not just win at competitions, but enjoy the longevity of the sport that he's chosen.
And I think above and beyond that, it's about putting all the pawns and the ducks in a row so that you have more time and more brain space for the more important things, because work is work, but there are more important things: your health, your family, your hobbies. So we want you to have a balanced existence, which is, I think, what is worth striving for.
Yeah.
Don't just over focus on one element, because then you'd be unbalanced.
Actually, a lot of people nowadays, they talk about passion, they talk about purpose, they talk about work-life balance and everything. But you think about it, it all boils down to balance, prioritization, and understanding that there's more to life than just work.
There is so much more to life than just work. Seriously. And again, of course, at the top of the totem pole, it's your health. Make sure you're okay first.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if you can take care of all these other little annoyances, then your health will be fine. You know what I mean?
I like the way you call work annoyances.
Yes. Oh no. Freudian slip.
Well, I hope you don't find this work annoying. So
There are days, and there are days, and not everything's not never going to be completely smooth sailing. So we also don't want our listeners and our clients to be overly idealistic.
Yeah.
There's no magic bullet. It's
there's no magic bullet.
But there are a lot of smart strategies that if you can take care of it, then everything will flow a little bit better.
I think so too. There's no magic bullet, but sometimes there are magic suppositories. It does help you to make things flow a lot smoother. Okay, anyway,
OMG.
I digress. So,
Poop jokes, terrible.
it's Friday, I'm excused. So anyway, we wanted to also share with you this new book that we've developed. Okay, it's called My Career Agility Journal. It's not on sale. It's yet, kind of. We are organizing a very interesting event next Saturday, actually. If you look at
the 13th of January.
Let me get, for those of you on LinkedIn Live, watching it anytime before the 13th of Jan, because we're gonna put this on Spotify. We are having an event on the 13th of January called the Career Success Workshop, and if you are available on Friday, anytime before next Saturday, please register on our website, careeragility.org/happy@work. And if you book now, there's an early bird special still. We are keeping it up. Seats are limited, so we are going to do a lot of topics we're going to share with you on how to achieve career success, how to be more career resilient, and more importantly, what's your career strategy that you want to have.
How does the magician do it when they flip the book? So I'm just going to flip the book,
Ta-da.
but you can't see very much.
Yeah, this journal
this is a journal with bite-sized wisdom, insights, and lots of exercises. And I guess, note taking, and you can kind of journal your thoughts and walk through it. Hopefully it will give you some sort of scaffolding. Frankly, psychologically, it's always better to write things down. You internalize it a lot better. So
that's
anyway,
true. All in one place, convenient with
and
space
it's not
to
too
take
heavy,
notes.
so you can have it in your bag all the time.
All the time. So it's nice. So if you are available on the 13th, which is next Saturday, please make a booking. Go on our website and register for the event. It's going to be fun. We're going to be having lots of activities, lots of fun exercises to do. And of course, you can get up close and personal with us. Tickets are selling fast. Please go to our website and have a click. So
Have a click.
have a click. Have a click. So okay. So today we are talking about a rather interesting topic, which came up on yesterday's radio show.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about 2024. What do you want to do? And we were talking about wanting to land a better job. And
Yes.
this is one of the biggest questions which Jen and I
We always get it.
always get, because whenever we ask individuals, "What do you want?" I want a better job.
And the thing about a better job is that if you can improve one side of the skill, something else will
Yeah.
something else will pull it down.
Remember, I was telling you just yesterday about the triangle, the cheap,
Yes,
good,
the cheap
and
and
fast.
good and fast. Yes.
So if you want to do, for our listeners out there, we're talking about the cheap, fast, and good triangle. If you want to be cheap and fast,
It will not be good.
it cannot be good. If you want to be good and fast, it will not be cheap.
Cheap.
If you want it fast and cheap, it will not be good.
No, wait. If you want it good and fast, it will not be cheap. And if you want it fast and
Okay, you get it. You get the idea. You get the idea.
you get something's got to give.
Yeah.
And so
So what's that work triangle then? It's got money,
there are so many things.
work-life balance,
work-life balance, job scope,
health,
travel
so
amount,
It's not gonna be. So it's not a triangle. It's a
colleagues,
it's a polygon.
the leaders. What if the leaders and culture?
Yeah.
There's so many more things. Customers, what if your customers suck, or what if the industry is bad? Who knows? There are some industries that are a little bit tougher than others.
Or if the money is really good because it's something that's
It's gonna soul sucking, takes up 24 hours of your life.
So that's why when we ask people what is a better job, a lot of times people they struggle because the idea of a better job is everything to the max.
Yes,
But
turn it
we
all
know
on.
it's not possible.
Yeah, and sometimes it's too good to be true. And if it's too good to be true, it usually is.
It
So
usually
please don't
is.
fall for those scams. I just received one the other day. Are you looking for remote work? I am don't know who, and I'm going like report and block. There are so many scams. Please don't fall for it. If it is too good to be true, it usually is.
Usually is, right?
Yeah, something's wrong. And if at any point some middleman is asking you to pay a fee, in order for you to secure an interview or to get a job offer, no.
Yeah.
Again, that's not happening. Don't pay anything.
Yeah.
And don't reveal too much either. Please don't give them your phone number and your
And one
IC
thing funny
number,
is that some
date of
people
birth.
put on their CV date of birth,
Yeah, they put
salary
so many
details,
things.
your address, and everything, and then they just shoot off to unverified recruiters.
It's just so dangerous.
Yeah, so you have to watch it as well. So what we're saying is this: be mindful. But once again, people come up to us and say, "We want a better job," and today's episode we're going to walk through with you how exactly we handle a client who says we want a better job but is unable to articulate it. So let us give you a quick example. What is a better job to you? Okay, I'm going to give you a while to think about it. This reminds me of the episode of Dora the Explorer.
Silence on air is uncomfortable.
Yes, Dora the Explorer is like, can you say okay? But it's what is a better job? When you think about it, sometimes it's hard to articulate, isn't it?
Sometimes it's not just hard to articulate. It's also people are fearful and afraid of actually saying it because it may not happen. But at the same, sometimes they really don't want to say it. They don't want to articulate what they really, really want. I don't know. It's psychological.
They don't know. That's why we want to walk you through this exercise. And it's what is a better job out there, and we're gonna run through some questions. Okay, so I think one of the biggest questions we ask people is this. First question: what's a better job? Well, you need to know what you want more of.
Yeah. So what do you want more of? Money, time, respect, recognition, loyalty, fun projects. Yeah.
But once again,
Gosh.
sometimes there are things that you want.
Be careful what you wish for.
You just might get it. It's like, I want a job with more responsibility and more travel. Suddenly you get one that's like covering three-quarters of the world.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
And you can't take it.
Yeah.
But sometimes one of the other things about knowing what you want more of, the things like what you mentioned, I want more money, I want more time.
Yes.
It's not going to happen.
Antithesis of each other.
Yeah, see, I want more responsibility, but I want less travel, for instance. Or
I want more recognition, but I want less work.
how do you reconcile that?
You can't. Yeah. But by writing it down, I think it helps you to look at it with an objective eye to figure out what are how to prioritize and where you can compromise. So if I'm going to be working more and I have less time to myself, I should jolly well be compensated for it.
True. And sometimes, so you need to prioritize, but you need to really ask yourself what you want more of. For instance, now I may want more strategic work because right now I'm doing more operational. Or the flip side to it is I'm more strategic now. I want to do more operational work. I want to manage a bigger team, or I want to manage a bigger geography, or so things like these. What I want more of.
I still think I want more money because money buys assistance. Money buys outsourced people.
Money can solve problems.
Who can take over a lot of my other itty bitty errands. So my dry cleaning gets picked up. For that. Yeah, I'm just saying. Sorry, my brain went.
Interestingly, I know an individual, a senior business leader.
Yeah.
She outsources her laundry to everything, her home laundry. So she says,
Wonderful.
I got no time for it. The whole family's laundry is just basically
Outsourced.
packed up in a bundle.
And outsourced.
Every 2 days.
Nice.
Someone comes in, so it's
Lovely.
Because she says, I don't want to. There's something I don't want. There's something I want less of. So that's why the next question you want to ask yourself is this: what do I really want less of? The question number 2: what do I want less of?
And the thing about these questions is that it's really, really helpful for you to itemize. So when you write it down, immediately you can see your priorities. You can immediately. But just by writing it down, not just percolating
what
in
are
the brain.
the first 3 things that come to mind?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
What I want. Maybe I want a boss who's less autocratic.
Right.
Maybe
or I want less administration, less bureaucracy.
I wish it was less admin.
Or less travel, or less time-wasting meetings.
Less interactions with idiotic clients
if
/colleagues
you
bosses.
very clearly state that you want less waste of time meetings, then it's very clear there are certain organizations you shouldn't join. right? Because those organizations, for example, are known for long drawn meetings.
We know each one, but we're not going to say.
Yeah, we can't. We had a client once.
Yeah.
He came on and we asked him, so how's your day? He's like, I no time to get my work done because I've been in meetings all
We
day.
put in meetings, not just his meetings, but his boss.
His boss's meeting.
The meetings and his bosses didn't want to, but because he's the boss, you go take my place.
Yes.
Anything important, let me know.
Yeah.
So he had two sets of meetings. He had to attend.
Yeah,
So it was funny.
It's like, hey, you should come into this meeting. And he's going, why am I even here?
So declining meetings and managing meetings is another skill set that you need to adopt.
Is it managing meetings or learning to say no?
Yeah, managing meetings is in managing the meetings that you have to attend.
Yes.
And how to avoid
But
them.
if you're not the one running the meeting, you have very little power. So it's also quite tough, especially if there are other people high up on the hierarchy who are calling the shots and you have to attend the meeting. You can't say,
That's why.
can we tie this up and go offline on this? You know, how many times can you say that?
That's why sometimes, I wish AI would be good enough to have an avatar of me.
Yeah, then we can clone
just
clone yourself
attend 6
and
meetings and go.
have your AI attend the meeting. I think we'd be surprised. They
but you
might be
see-
more efficient.
See, the whole idea about, what is a better job is, our approach is this. If you cannot define what a better job is, if it lands on your table in front
You
of
wouldn't even
you
recognize
won't
it.
recognize it.
Yeah.
And the other flip side to it is that if you don't start realizing what a better job is, I'm not one to talk about manifestation. Things
No,
like that,
you're
but,
not.
But it does happen.
It works.
It does happen.
Yes.
Okay. The moment you tune your radar to, I want this, I don't want that and that. And then
It will happen.
It comes to
Yeah.
you after a while, subconsciously.
Yes,
when
you're more aware and you know what to look for. Because if it's kind of vague and fuzzy, you can't quite grasp it.
Yeah.
But if you have nailed it down and you've articulated it, you are kind of telling the universe, this is what I'm looking for. And so you are a lot more efficient at filtering opportunities that come your way. And I think, it's not so much a spiritual universe thing. But seriously, it really works.
Feng shui thing.
A lot of people think that manifestation is supernatural. It isn't. It's actually your subconscious doing the work for you. And also, then you become a little bit more efficient when you network. You're asking a more pointed, productive questions.
Yeah.
So just knowing what you want
And when
is
you go
so powerful.
And when you go for interviews,
You're
you're
better.
asking the right questions as
Exactly.
well. Oh, does this have more travel? Is this a more strategic role? Do I have to work with idiots like you? So you actually
Language.
ask the right questions at interviews
Yes.
because you know what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like going to a restaurant. You know what you want to eat and what you're allergic to.
Yes.
So that when you see the menu, so you know which restaurant to pick in the first place. Like
Exactly.
Like my older brother. Okay, he's allergic to shellfish. Anything with a shell.
So no jumbo seafood.
So it's annoying because when I go travel with him to Thailand or wherever it
No
is, right?
seafood.
I go, but that's all there is there. It's like all.
Well, maybe
all
you
is
can
there. So
order
it's
him a
like,
separate dish of
no
pork
fun,
or
you see.
beef,
You know,
and then he
it's
can
no-
just have his own
yeah, and then
rice.
he's there. Paiseh. It's very bad eating it.
Okay, let's stop complaining.
So that's why you need to know what you're allergic to. Okay, as using the food as an allergy, or which restaurant you want to go to.
Yes.
And
What cuisine?
Yeah, I know, and the service level and everything. So you want to. Have
It
all
narrows
that
down
defined.
your opportunities. So it works.
It helps you to focus. So first things first, you need to find out what you want more of, okay, and what you want less of in your current role. A lot of times, the answer is looking at your current role and previous roles. What have you enjoyed in your current role, in your previous roles? That will give you an idea of what you want more of. And what you really hated. Maybe the previous role, the boss was a nasty person. Okay, then I don't want that type of profile. So this gives you what we call breadcrumbs.
I also want to add that occasionally we have trauma.
Yeah, me.
And sometimes there's PTSD. So
me.
having had a negative experience, we have clients who go all across the spectrum onto the other end. So for example, given your example, it's like if you had a toxic leader, then your next role, you are looking for someone who's non-toxic. But it's really hard to kind of nail that down. And so then you go all the way to the other extreme, someone who's too laissez-faire, too relaxed, and that's not healthy either. So watch out for tunnel vision.
I don't mind.
Watch out for tunnel vision, because then there's no decision. There's no decision. There's no movement. There's no
I don't mind.
whatever works.
I don't mind. My ex-boss was like that. I love you, Lindsay, by the way. But the fun thing about it is that you need to know.
Don't go to extremes. That's all I'm saying.
But you see, so why don't you ask me what I want more and less of?
Why don't you just answer your own question?
Because it's more fun that way.
No. Okay, so Adrian, what do you want more of?
That's a great question. So
I'm rolling my eyes.
So basically, for me, what I want, for me personally, it's always been a question of career security. Okay, not job security, but career security. Career security meaning feeling secure that in my role that I'll be employed and continue to be employed and continue to be remunerated, regardless of what someone else does to me. So that's why in a corporate job, and that's why I don't like corporate jobs. There's so much backstabbing going on. I mean, from my experience, I hope it's not for you in your case, for our listeners out there. But for me, it's always been stressful. So what I want more of is autonomy. What I want less of is corporate. And that's why today we are running Career Agility. See, we're running our own show.
I've always also looked for control and autonomy over terms of how and when I work.
Your time,
my time,
your project,
my if I can say no to certain projects. Nowadays, I say a lot of no to you.
Yes.
It's control over how I work. I realized it's really
so for our listeners out there, okay, I want to share something with you. Career Agility International, I am the head, okay, but she's the neck that controls the head.
So imagine sock puppet.
Yeah. So yes, I'm the head of the business. She's the neck that controls the head. So yeah. So together we
have
work
reasonable projects
as
that don't overstretch us, and we don't get killed along the way because we don't bite off too much.
But you didn't get a memo. This year was scaling up.
No. I'm not the dog that's going to catch the car. No. I'm going to say no. No.
I'll catch the car and you go figure out to do with it. Okay, so, but once again, back to what we were talking about. What do I want more of? What do I want less of? And once you know what you want more of and less of, unfortunately, you need to prioritize. What's important to me.
Yeah. So we were talking about that a little bit, right? So if you itemize all the things, immediately you can sort of see the top three, the top few, and then the rest you're thinking, gosh, which one's more important? Mm-hmm. Because sometimes you can't, it's really hard to have your cake and eat it at the same time. So you have to sort of figure out what's compromisable.
Yeah.
Is that such a word?
Compromisable.
Compromisable. Yeah. Figure out what you're willing to be compensated for. Yeah. So if you have to compromise on time, be compensated for it. If you have to compromise for job scope, make sure you're compensated for it. Or make sure that if you have to travel a lot, maybe there must be some other off in lieu that you can take. You can't be flying red eye and working 24/7. Land.
I had this client. Okay, I know. He took on a role that was global, not only global, but because he had to manage a plantation.
It's probably on the other side of the planet. Yeah.
Yeah. And the
time difference.
And the company flies him up like once or twice a month.
Yeah.
And refuses to fly him on business class.
No.
He's got to do economy. It takes about 33 hours just to get to the plantation from when he leaves
Singapore.
The airport. Yeah. And then he comes back again. He's going to start work. Within 4 months, he was burnt out. He didn't forget it.
That's nuts. I mean, that's just a health risk.
That's a he said,
I see a deep vein thrombosis in his future.
Yeah. You know what's the worst thing? Because he said, I want to have more travel in my work. Can he really go like what you said? It's like, travel? Yeah, but okay.
So figure out how you can negotiate for more time
or even
time
better air ticket classes.
At least, right?
At least you're gonna fly me to some godforsaken place in.
My sister-in-law travels a lot for work, but she gets time off. When she returns to home base, she gets extra few days off just for the travel time.
And as you get older, it's more important because we don't figure well when it comes to jet lag. I don't know about you. I'm me.
I don't snap back so easily anymore either.
The last time I did a business trip pre-COVID to Nashville, to the US, it took me 7 days to recover all the way back. I was absolutely useless for the whole week. I cannot imagine doing it now even.
No,
it's like, no way. crazy.
I mean, to different strokes, to different folks.
But some
right?
people can.
Some people can.
Your husband can, no problem.
He sleeps anywhere. And that's amazing. It's an amazing skill
he's
to
a road
have.
warrior. So for us, we have our list of things we want more of, what we don't want.
And then you prioritize.
And then you prioritize because the ultimate thing is that, it's going to be a question about, which is I'm going to jump the gun here, which is question 5. It's going to be a question of hold on, now let me see. Are you being realistic about it?
Yeah.
Okay, are you being realistic about it? Because if you want everything, I want work-life balance, I want high pay, I want prestige
right.
and everything. I want to work in a top company.
And some of you might be thinking, if I want all of that, I have to start my own business. And then they realize that starting your own business actually equals less sleep, more stress, more responsibility, because now you have to do the payroll and if you have to manage. It's a different ballgame.
And if you see the successful business people,
what you're seeing is just above the water. But below the water and behind the scenes,
the duck is paddling underwater.
Is so much
crazy
work,
and you're seeing the top 2% of the success stories.
Yes,
the 98% of things that
didn't quite make it.
And what you're seeing is also a snapshot of his success at this point in time.
And it's someone's narrative. And of course, we're going to go to the world with a narrative that makes us look good and makes other people envy us.
True.
So please don't be envious of someone who thinks that, or who says they've got it all. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's so easy.
Actually, I
did it this way. I did it this way. Of course, you like what I say.
Yeah, I know. Because I know what you just mentioned. Because a lot of times it seems that somebody has it all.
Yeah, but it's not true. Something else is happening. Something else is cracking.
You just look at the people who post this nice
fabulous
stuff,
things on LinkedIn or on Facebook or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, so
they seem like they've got it all together.
It's social media, folks. It's social media.
Something else is cracking, and what we see is filtered. So please, it's like looking at advertisements. You always want to put on
the shiny front, happy front up.
Right.
So the big question is, are you being realistic, about your next dream job, the better job? Are you being realistic? If you're not being realistic, then you got to knock yourself on the head.
Figure out whether or not there's a gap, first of all. Why wouldn't they hire me? I'm amazing. And then you go out there and then you get bruised.
But on the other hand also, don't be over-realistic. Okay, because sometimes you're over-realistic, you become pessimistic. And then you think,
that's my dial. That's where my dial is.
And one thing that
stop wagging your finger at me.
I'm so excited. So the one thing that's really interesting as well, is there are people who we talk to who are afraid to move out of their current jobs because they think there's no better job out there. I'm being realistic, and they're afraid to move out.
I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, you have to have something to compare it to. But yes, there are people who refuse to move until they have past. Worst thing is they're past their prime and then they're shoved out.
Yeah.
Which is very dangerous. And we're talking about that as part of our career agility series anyway. We're saying you have to be agile in your career, figure out how to get your career sustainable, because the last thing you want to have happen is to be put out to pasture because you're too old or too dated for your role.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
And it's not just...
be realistic, be brutal, but also... I think the only way to overcome over-realisticness, pessimism, is to do your research, because you realize the world is really big and job scopes are changing all the time. Everything is hybrid. It's an exciting time.
True.
So if you have unique skills that you can kind of combine and mesh together and synthesize it into something unique to offer that new world, the new world is full of new ways of doing things. So don't be calcified.
And come talk to us, because sometimes what you need is a kick in the butt,
a
pat on the back, or kick in the butt, or both at the same time. Okay, come talk to us. Just drop us a message at info@careeragility.org.
You can come and see us on the 13th on Saturday, and we can talk about this. We have many breaks.
Give you a copy of this book.
Lots of break time. We've got lots of refreshments and good opportunities to kind of catch up and have a chat. So if you have like a one-off question that you feel can be just to have a point of view, someone kind of to give you some insight. Come talk to us.
Come talk to us.
See us on Saturday.
Yeah, we're always happy to have face-to-face with you. So once you figured out what that better job is, the next question we need to ask is this.
Where do I go to get it?
Where do I find this better job?
So quick tip for everyone who's listening. I just spoke to someone on this. The quick and dirty answer is research the market, obviously, but no one tells you how. And that's always my pet peeve, because there's so much wisdom online and everyone is talking about how you can get a job and all these job search strategies. They say, oh, just go and network, but they don't tell you how. So go and research the market. But I'm going to have a quick tip for you because LinkedIn is available to all of us.
Oh, yes.
So don't reinvent the wheel. Go and look at other people's career journey and see where they've gone and where else they've been. And maybe there are a couple of individuals who are just ahead of you that you can emulate, and you might realize that, hey, it's possible for someone to move from A to B.
Yeah.
Wow, I should reach out to this person and find out how he or she did it.
Yeah.
So that's one way of figuring out what's possible.
True. And the other thing also to note is that, so if one of your things is that I want to take on a regional or global role, then you might not want to join a local company with only one operation in Singapore.
That's
So
kind of obvious.
yeah, but sometimes you need to be realistic about it. For instance, I want to earn big bucks, and then you go join. You think, but I want to join the civil service. So you can't. It's a flip. There's a limit to it. You see, or
not for profit.
Or not for profit.
Because it's very meaningful,
correct.
and you want to join a not for profit, then you know that
So you need to focus.
compensation's going
So
to be less.
once you know what your better job is, then you need to figure out where do these better jobs lie, and then you do your hunting in those areas.
Yeah.
And that's why
And
it's
you
so
network.
and you network your way in. That's why it's so important. We're going to talk a lot about this during our 13th January event, and I know it's going to be fun and exciting. So do sign up for it. And ultimately, in conclusion for today's episode, how do I know if the job I'm going to land
Is actually better.
going to be better?
What if it's worse? And
What
I
if
get
it's
a
worse?
lot of what
Yeah.
if questions. I want you to write it all down. What if? Because we'll never know, because things happen. And in my headhunting time, I've had candidates who had offers rescinded because of some disaster. September 11. And there are many other things that can happen that you never know. So you want to always have backup, and then a backup to the backup. And if you make a clear decision to move, you obviously have to put all of your ducks again. You have to align that. And that's what we work with our clients with, because it's all very contextual. So ask yourself those what if questions anyway, because once you've asked that question and you've written it down, you have those answers. You have the wisdom. You actually know what to do.
Let me share a personal story with you. Okay?
Sure.
So, my wife and I, we've been staying in the same place, same area for the past 20 years.
But you like it there. It's,
we love it there. We love it
you like
there.
it because it's
It's nice.
It's
lots
not
of good.
PAP.
Yes, it's Arjunate. Anyway, that's not my point. The point is that we despite having that place having so many food options, we always go to the same places.
We're creatures of habit, right?
Yeah, see, it's safe, right?
Yeah.
It's safe. And when we go to the food court at Hougang 1, okay, which is one of my favorite hangouts, when we do our grocery shopping and everything there, of the food court where there are like 20 stores, I just realized that we only go to 3.
Wow.
3 regular ones. We go, oh, I know I want, this is what I want, or the apple pear soup is. And then that's now we realize.
Does that happen because you're not in control of, like, you don't have a goal to try new foods?
Yeah.
So on autopilot, when you're on autopilot,
You
you
just
just
go-
kind of gravitate
yeah,
towards.
just-
It's like driving.
Yes.
When you're
It's
driving
just
home, you
muscle
kinda
memory.
like-
And just go-
same. So yeah, my family as well. We kind of have the regular horns. Even
Yeah.
our Grab orders are always the same types. And where we do our groceries is also where we eat, and we also pick the same foods.
But until you try and venture something else, you wouldn't find anything better out there.
And-
Or it
and
could be worse.
But sometimes when you venture into something and it's not up to its promise, then
Yeah,
you
but-
get
but
a little
then-
bit
but
disappointed.
now you know, you see. But unless you try something. So I'm just trying to draw a little bit of an analogy.
Yeah.
For those of us who are afraid of wandering out, you don't know if you don't find out.
Yes.
You don't try. Even if you don't take the first step out to get market information and you just stay in a little gilded cage of yours, things are going to be status quo until someday someone pulls a rug from under you and,
Yeah.
yours, and then you're left
Yeah.
naked in the wind.
Yeah, or out in the cold, which is
Same thing.
nice. Yeah, on the streets. Or yeah.
Okay, one of those.
So what would you suggest if I were to try new foods? How do you get braver or get more motivation to go try a new stall.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so you decide beforehand,
Right. And
and
then
then you say, okay, try
and then
something
there's a
new.
what if, right? What if I don't like it?
Yeah, then there's
Because
always
it's money down the drain, right? It's wasted food.
Then you just go eat what you can if you like it. Otherwise, you just go McDonald's and tap out something.
And that's why families work, because there are 5 people,
Yeah.
and you can order something and everyone can have a taste of it, and the one person who finds it least objectionable, dad, he will finish off everyone else.
Yeah, that's always the garbage disposal. My family was always this thing we always say. Okay, that underwrites whatever we can't finish. So
it's,
I'm the underwriter. But
Yeah.
interestingly, also recently I experimented with the mala vegetable thing. Have you tried that?
I would stay away from anything
Because
entirely
everyone-
spicy.
it looks
I
deadly
can't
spicy.
spice. I can't spice.
Yeah, but until I tried it, was like not too bad. But I asked for the baby spice, baby. So
Anything with the word mala in it, I've not touched,
Okay.
because I know.
we are gonna try it one
No.
of these days. Our company lunch, we're
No,
gonna have
thank
a mala.
No, thank you.
But until you try something, you really wouldn't know. And
I've tried it.
How
I
many
have
of you would like to see Yen eat mala? We'll do a video of her.
No,
But anyway,
no, thank you.
on that note, we just want to wish you a good weekend ahead. And once again, if
Happy
you
New
have
Year.
time, do turn up for our event next Saturday. Come visit our website at careeragility.org/happy@work. There's still some special price tickets available. In the meantime, have a great weekend ahead and enjoy yourself. Take good care. Bye.